Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I This will probably be last video I do tonight, and probably last for a little bit. I don't know what's going on Monday. Monday's my busy night, and actually tonight's my busy night too because all my shows I like are all new stuff, uh, and there's so much stuff overlapping. I'll probably end up watching stuff on demand on the weekend or I get some free time because new episodes of Animation Domination. New Simpsons, new Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is the animated, but it's that police comedy. New Family Guy, new what the hell was that other one? New Bob's Burgers, of course, and then of course Bar Rescue's back on new episode at 9 o'clock, and then Walking Dead's back. I might have to watch Walking Dead on demand, or I don't know if I'm going to watch that. And then Total Divas is back, but the nice thing about Total Divas is it gets rerun at 9 o'clock, and then there's some show it's only a half hour long, which is really awesome, helps me out. And at 10:30 they have another episode of Total Divas, and after that I pretty much go to bed. I gotta get up early in the morning, so I go to bed. Try to go to bed around 11:30. Try not to stay up much later than that. And then tomorrow Monday Night Raw is on till 11:15. And I try to go to bed after that. So like I said, I got a lot of stuff going on just with TV and stuff. And I wanted to get these movie reviews out of the way. I saw a couple shows, a stand-up one. I saw two things on Netflix, and I thought I'd do a review of them. And the main movie I want to do a review on is Chef, because I'm a food reviewer, and I think this will appeal to a lot of the foodie people out there. And it's about a chef played by Jon Favreau, and he directed this movie. And he's been doing really good directing movies, like the Iron Man movies, at least the first one. He stars in it, and he plays the chef to work in this restaurant. And his ex-wife is played by Sofia Vergara, who's she's really hot in this movie. She is so attractive. I mean, really. And lots of famous people in this, including Dustin Hoffman, which I've seen in a while, Oliver Platt, which I haven't seen in a while, Robert Downey Jr., Amy Sedaris, along with Sofia Vergara, John Leguizamo's in it, and he plays this chef in this one restaurant, and he's been a chef there for 10 years, and he was like one of the hot up and coming chefs. And this one blogger, food reviewer, not he's the one that does like a food blog, and like he sold it rights to AOL for $10 million. A real successful guy. Played by Oliver Platt, comes to review his food, and what he wanted to do, what Jon Favreau, the chef, wanted to do was serve like a completely different, inventive menu. And then Dustin Hoffman says, "No, you serve exactly what we always served." And it's like a caviar egg, chocolate lava cake, and some other stuff. And well, anyways, that night goes off. The next day, he reads the review, and it's horrible. He gives them that food blog gives the horrible review, and it's one of those. It's not like me who I always try to be positive in my reviews, but if something sucks, I'll let you know it sucks. But this is like kind of the super negative food reviewer type, or like the sleazy type that tries to be super negative just to be funny. You know they're not, and yeah, and then he says it, and then he goes on to Twitter. They find out. People were saying heck with Twitter. They said F Twitter. You know, his friend said, and what are you talking about Twitter? And he said, and then he said, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. And then he goes to his son. He has a son that he sees sometimes, and then he never wants his son to go in the kitchen or go to work with him and stuff. He has a strained relationship with his son, and he's like 10 years old, 9, 10. And he was talking about Twitter, and he said, what's this Twitter? And he said, well, I'll sign you up. And he goes on Twitter, and he said, Dad, that bad review went viral, and a whole bunch of his followers were retweeting it. He had like over 130 some thousand or something like that. Real successful. I only have like 23, but that's all right. And what happened was he signed him up for the thing, and then he says Jon Favreau ended up tweeting something to that guy, and he thought it was a private message, but it went viral because he's not a follower. He said he told him, he said, you wouldn't know good food if it sat on your face. And then, yeah, that went viral. And then all of a sudden he said something like, the food reviewer ended up sending something like, I'd rather have you sit on my face and eat that lousy molten lava cake again. And he ends up challenging the guy, calling him an asshole. And saying, come to the thing, I'll send you this, I'll serve you like someone will knock your socks off. And then the guy ends up coming back, and then he's going to serve this all new stuff. And Dustin Hoffman says, "Look, we're overbooked, and from now on, you're going to apologize to this guy. You're going to tweet about it, and from now on, if you post anything online, let me know beforehand. Let me okay it." And he said, "You're going to apologize to this guy," and he says, "No, I'm not." And then he said that you're going to serve the same old stuff that all the other people have come to respect. You're not serving a new menu, or you can get out. So he ends up quitting, and then the other guys take over. And then when when the guy goes, Oliver Platt goes, he said, "I was promised all this famous stuff," and he served the same old stuff. And then he put something like, the guy tweeted like he was a no-call, no-show thing, and he said that he's so insecure and stuff like that. And Jon Favreau saw it, and he comes and confronts him because he already quit the business, and he lays into him, tell him off and stuff, and a bunch of people took out their cell phones and filmed it, and it was on. They put it on YouTube, all over the place. And then he was talking to apparently his ex-wife Sofia Vergara, is very well connected. She had her agent. Her agent said, "Well, you can be on Hell's Kitchen and get it to get over this." And then, like he said, her ex-husband was trying to get him a food truck so he can go into food truck business. And he goes to Cuba. Well, he goes down to Havana, and you're talking about making Cuban sandwiches, and her ex-husband's there, played by Robert Downey Jr. He ends up getting a food truck, and this food truck looks like a piece of crap from 1988 burgers. And it's right on my thumbnail. I took a great picture of the thumbnail where you see that food truck come in the picture right there, all dusty and crap, and they have to clean. Him and his son have to clean it up. And he ends up inviting his son to on him on the journey, showing him how to cook and stuff like that. And I don't want to get into too much more, but it's great. There's some funny parts, not super funny, but it's a very entertaining film. I have someone who's going to the culinary school, my nephew. I think he'll really enjoy this. I mean, I'm going to let him know about it. And like I said, it's a very entertaining movie. It's brand new. If you're familiar with if you watch stuff on demand, they were promoting the heck out of this thing. It's an independent film, but with a big cast. And they were promoting the hell out of this thing, and it came out a couple months ago. And I was shocked to see it on Netflix so soon. And I started watching it last night. I finished watching it today, and my dad watched it. He said it was okay, but it's actually a really good movie. And actually, at the very, I don't want to give I don't do spoilers, but watch the credits, because they do like a dance thing, and right at the very end, I guess Jon Favreau was getting training from a cook, a chef, about how to make a sandwich, and then it's really interesting. It's very entertaining to watch the end of it. It's like a how-to thing. It's very good. It's R-rated, so there's lots of foul language in it, but it's a great movie. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's critically acclaimed, too. And Jon Favreau has been doing great work. Movies like The Thor and Iron Man, he's been doing really good as far as his direction and stuff and acting. And like I said, I highly recommend it for all my food friends and food reviewer friends. My nephew, if he sees it, it's on Netflix. It's called Chef. So like I said, I give it a 10 out of 10. Now let's check out a couple other reviews. I saw a stand-up comedy routine last night from Andrew Dice Clay. I guess this is his Vegas show called I'm Over Here Now. And it was done in 4 parts on YouTube. I saw it for free. It was done by some company I never heard of before. A really low-budget company. And it sucked. For the most part. I mean, there was like, I watched it with Dad, and then Dad's like, "Thank God, I can't wait for this thing to be over." I wanted to watch the whole thing, and then it was never boring because he really goes full out into the material, but it's just not funny. And some of it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's little bits and pieces you laugh like, I usually laugh like once every 10 minutes. It's like an hour long. But for most, it sucked. So I give that a 2 out of 10. He's just not funny anymore. Just like with that, when I did the review of his book, which in the book is really good, but I talked about his thing I read in Fort Detrick, that him alive at the Laugh Factory. That was lame. It sucked except for the hamster joke. But it was really loud, like 2 out of 10 for that. Now the next movie, and another thing about adult film industry, because I did a truth about webcam girls, movie called My Life in Dirty Pictures, or Life in Dirty Pictures, I think it's called. It's about a film director I never heard of before called Joe Sardis, I think his name. And it's really bad if I never heard of the guy, because I know like Herschel Gordon Lewis, Ted V. Michaels, Andy Milligan, all these other low budget independent producers who do like really super low budget exploitation films. He did sexploitation films or softcore, or I would call it erotica. But he tried to be more like Igmar Bergman or I can't remember the other guy. But I mean, this just looks so boring and black and white movies. And then John Waters, a whole bunch of people saying he was a artist making like arty farty, somewhat sex movies with very little sex in it. And then in the 70s, it's like a documentary about him, and he's supposed to be, he wants to come back and do a movie, and that never happens. I'm not really giving any spoilers away. And what happens is, they talk about, in the early 70s, going towards more hardcore stuff, and he didn't want to do it, and he ended up doing some. I didn't think I watched any of his movies, and then they had clips from a movie called Confessions of a Bored Housewife or something. I think I saw that. Back when they used to have, when they had Media Play, they used to have these combo VHS sets for like $1.50. I think it was Lunch Wagon and that one. I love Lunch Wagon. Lunch Wagon is something like Chef, but with hot chicks in it. And more comic oriented. And that one was okay. But, I mean, the movie itself was okay. It wasn't very interesting. I never heard of the guy. It's better than The Truth About Webcam Girls, but I give that maybe a 6 out of 10. It's okay. It's not as good as you think it would be. And they actually lie on the description. It said that like a porno film director decides to make a porno film like in modern day. He said found out how much things have changed. They weren't really porno. It was just like erotica. And I remember this one girl was talking about the difference between porno and erotica is lighting. And he just did like fancy black and white stuff like Ingmar Bergman and stuff that doesn't interest me in the slightest. So it was okay. Oh, and also I wanted to notice one thing about the movie Chef, which I really liked. It was made by Fairview Entertainment, and there's a Fairview PA. It was not made at Fairview PA, but I thought that was funny. So there you have it. Like I said, this might be my last video. It's probably the last video for the night. I just wanted to hope you all have a nice week. I might see you tomorrow. I might not. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on from day to day with my videos. But I mean, if I get something, I get something out. If I don't, I don't. But I'll probably get something out maybe Tuesday. I don't know about tomorrow. Tomorrow's my busy day. And tonight is too. Right about, it's 7:31 right now at 8 o'clock. I got to do other stuff. So until next time, definitely check out Chef. Skip the dice thing and so on Life and Dirty Pictures. It's okay. I saw his dad and he said it was alright. I mean, it wasn't the most interesting thing in the world, but a lot better than The Truth About Webcam Girls. That was boring. Alright. So until next time, everybody, please take care of my liege. Now, I got a message right there on my videos, so I got to check that out. And it's cool, my old school review with Taylor and Steven and I got 83 views, which is pretty good so far. So take care, everybody, and I hope you'll have a nice day. And a nice week, too. Take care. Oh, crap. Almost forgot. I did it wrong. My mind's gone. I got so much stuff going on. All right, take care, everybody.